There are many who ask me on how I use millet at home. So here is a step-by-step guide on how we use millet at home daily. Yes, we eat millet every day, but it's just once a day. It could be either for breakfast, lunch or for dinner. We have almost switched ourselves to millet from rice in all that we can. Millet is a healthier version as it's rich in protein and fiber. There are different kinds of millets that we use, which is Kudo, Barnyard millet, Little millet and Foxtail millet. Make sure when you buy millet, it's unpolished. The unprocessed ones are packed with goodness of minerals and vitamins. Today, I'm planning to make Neer Dosa and I'm using little millet. You can use any millet, but with what we have tried, little millet tastes really good for this recipe. Basically, it's just 1:1 ratio, 1 cup of little millet to 1 cup of rice to make Neer Dosa. With millet included, Neer Dosa tastes fabulous than just rice on its own. And it's very healthy version too. I washed the rice a couple of times, but wash only once for the millet, as I want to retain the minerals and proteins intact. And I soak both of them in sufficient amount of water. Say around after 6 hours time, I grind the millet along with the water it was soaking in. Millet do not need a lot of water to be grinded. So into the same, I scoop out the soaked rice. I do not use the water from the rice. A cup of freshly grated coconut. Salt to taste and I grind. Neeru means water and the name Neer Dosa is the dosa batter to be quite thin and needing a lot of water. This is the pouring consistency we are looking to make Neer Dosa. The batter does not need to be fermented and the best part is dosa can be made straight away instantly. Either thick or thin. This batter takes in and can take in a lot of water so you can adjust the consistency to your individual taste. We at home love to eat Millet Neer Dosa on weekends with tomato chutney. It's Sunday today and I'm planning to make Millet Bisibelibaat for lunch. So the first thing in the morning what I do is I measure in half a cup of tur dal to 1 cup of Barnyard millet. I give the grains a wash and soak in sufficient amount of water and allow at least 4 hours time. I have beetroot, potatoes, carrots and beans which I chop into small sizes and keep it ready. Now directly into the pressure cooker, I add in the soaked tur dal, soaked millet, potatoes and the rest of the chopped vegetables, frozen peas and water which is just above the grains and veggies. I set to pressure cook for just 1 whistle. In the meantime, I make the masala powder ready with 2 tablespoons of coriander seeds, an inch of cinnamon stick, 7 cloves, half a teaspoon of chana dal, 20 peppercorns, a drop or 2 of oil and I roast them. When it's almost about to get done, I add in a teaspoon of cumin seeds as it gets done faster compared to the other spices and we don't want it to be burnt. I transfer it into the mixie jar and using the same pan, I roast red chilies. These are called badge menchinkai which taste really good and are not very strong. I'm making this portion for the family of 4 of us and I grate in very little of dry coconut, say around just a teaspoon. I use around 20 grams of tamarind soaking in water and to this I add in the ground masala powder, 25 grams of jaggery, salt to taste, water and I combine. I prefer doing it this way which allows the masala to easily mix well. When the masala powder is added in directly into the pressure cooker, it becomes lumpy and it's difficult to combine. Mixing it this way helps to combine well without lumps. While the pressure gets released from the cooker, I deep fry papad and different varieties of fry-ams. We just love the combination of bisibelibaat and fried papad at home. With the pressure now released, I add in more water and the whole of the bisibelibaat powder masala paste. 1 tomato chopped, and combining everything thoroughly to start bubbling. Parallelly, in the same small saucepan, I make the tadka with a generous amount of oil, mustard seeds, 1/4 cup of peanuts, a teaspoon of chana dal, a teaspoon of urad dal, curry leaves and hing. With a good boil now, add in the coriander leaves and a teaspoon of ghee to finish off. Adding in the tadka. Now this is the consistency of the millet bisibelibaat that we love to eat at home. The millet granules making it more tasty and healthy to eat. Enjoying it peacefully over the weekend with family. Now over the week, I do have some leftover cooked millet that I am planning to eat for lunch. I have Kudo millet which is quite grainy and I love the texture. I prefer using this millet to make puliogre, upma, pulav, biryani. But today, as it's just for me, just one portion, I am planning to make my own variety of vegetable millet. I add in coconut oil, mustard seeds, 1 green chili, carrots and beans. I add in all my favorite vegetables to this recipe. I have frozen chopped red and yellow pepper at home, green chana, frozen corn, frozen peas. And when it comes to making lunch just for myself, I love to add in all kinds of vegetables, making it healthy, rich and colourful. I add in cooked millet and combine it with salt and coriander leaves. I have tried to show how you can make any dish of your choice and easily incorporate millet into it. This is a very quick, instant recipe that you can make given any time of the day. I have a very small portion of little millet from last night that can be used either to eat directly or with rasam or with yogurt. In fact, you can make any dish that you want to make. I am planning to make pongal now. And now to make pongal, I am adding in a teaspoon of coconut oil, mustard seeds, peppercorn, cumin seeds, green chilies, finely chopped ginger and half a cup of moong dal, which I slightly roast. Adding in sufficient amount of water to soften the moong dal. Moong dal soaks in a lot of water, so be generous with the water quantity. Now that the dal is softened, to this I add in the cooked millet. Turmeric powder, salt, pepper powder. This is a very soothing recipe and a very comfort food, especially in winters. Coriander leaves to finish off. I love to eat it while it's still very hot. This is how I make pongal at home. I just replaced from rice to millet. So this is how you can make any recipe with millet. You yourself can work out to know what millet will suit a particular dish more than the other. Now, apart from all these recipes, what we frequently do at home every morning is just measure millet and giving it a good wash only once. And to this, I measure in 2.5 cups of water and I allow the greens to soak in water for at least 6 hours time. This is for dinner time. If I'm planning to make anything for breakfast with millet, then I soak it overnight. Now, the very easy way to incorporate millet and eat millet every day is by just substituting it with rice. Later in the evening, I directly cook the millet, stirring it occasionally. It takes around 12 minutes time to get cooked. And eat it with palya, sambar or rasam, whatever you make at home. Millet and yogurt taste fabulous too. Millet is definitely a healthy option to switch to. Eat healthy and be healthy. Please consider subscribing to my channel for healthy living and healthy lifestyle. Thank you very much.